Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Holly, and if you guys didn't know already, I got engaged in July of 2019, and what I wanted to do is give you guys some tips and tricks that you can use in the process of planning your own wedding. So we're gonna go over a few topics, but this week's video is about venues. So without further ado, let's hop into it. So this first video is going to be all about venues, but the first thing you want to do is to sit down and talk about a budget. You want to set a number that you're willing to spend for your wedding because it can get expensive. So starting with your budget, you can do either just a venue budget to start with, or you can do an overall budget. So venue budget, we'll talk about just the venue itself. This might not include florals, DJ, photographer, all of your other vendors like pictures or a photo booth, extra desserts you might want to have. So start with a budget that will fit with your financial needs. A great tip with a budget is to make a spreadsheet. From there you can put down all of the different categories that you're going to spend on. Like I said before, your budget might include the venue, the church ceremony, flowers, makeup and hair if you want to include that, your dress, the groom's tux, everything that might fall under the wedding planning process. The second one is guest count. So when you're visiting venues, they're going to ask you how many people you're expecting. You want to make sure you have that rough number in your head just so you know that that venue can accommodate the number of guests you have. So this might mean creating a rough draft of all the guests you're wanting to invite, and kind of see where you can narrow it down if you have a lot of coworkers that you might want to invite or distant friends that you don't talk to often. You want to really find that guideline of the number of guests you're having so your venue can give you a more accurate estimate on pricing or if they're even able to accommodate that many people. The third one is the date. I know the first question people ask me when I got engaged is, when are you getting married? So the date is very important. Depending on when you get married, it's going to be different pricing. Of course, there's going to be different pricing for days of the week. Like during the weekday, it's much cheaper than the weekend. And there's also a thing called wedding season. I'm sure you've heard about it before, but peak wedding season, which is more expensive, is typically between summer and fall, and then off-peak season would be winter and spring. So winter and spring would be cheaper. So whatever works with your budget. Tying into the date of your wedding with the location of the venue, you want to see what season works out for you. Say if you're having a beach wedding, it's going to be warmer in the summer or fall, and then it's going to be colder in the winter and spring. So you want to kind of consider when you want your wedding to be based on the venue location. The venue location also can depend on the distance of your ceremony. If it's going to be different, you want to see what the travel time is for your guests and for yourself too. It's going to be stressful for you going from point A to point B if there's a lot of traffic. You want to consider the time it takes for you to get there, the time for your vendors to move places as well. And the last one is packages. So when you go to visit your venues, they might give you a list of different packages that they have, and each package will be a different level of what it includes. And you want to consider how much you're paying. You want to get the most bang for your buck. So some venues in their packages, they might include food, florals, cake, champagne toast. If that's what you're looking for, you want to really consider each package and see what fits best with your vision. And once you go through all of your venues, you want to keep those packages and compare which one is the best for you. Alright, that's pretty much it for you guys. I have 2 housekeeping things for you to know for when you go venue shopping. And the first thing is take pictures and videos. You're going to use that footage to help you remember what the venue looks like, and you can even share it with your friends and family to see what their opinions on it are. Ultimately, it's your decision and it's your wedding day, so their opinions will either help you, and if you don't like their opinions, then who cares? The second one is asking lots of questions. You want to make sure you ask the venue staff all of the questions you might have to help you narrow down your venue. I think we went to maybe 10 or so venues, making sure we asked all the questions such as what's the parking like? Is there valet for our guests? What's the curfew? What's the sound ordinance in that area? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys like this video and this wedding series that I have coming for you. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.